Hello and welcome to our video about APR. APR stands for annual percentage rate, and it's a term that you may have heard before if you've ever taken out a loan or credit card. But what exactly is APR, and why is it important? In this video, we're going to explain what APR is, how it's calculated, and why it's important to understand. What is APR? Let's start with the basics. APR, or annual percentage rate, is a financial term that refers to the interest rate and other fees associated with borrowing money. It is an important concept to understand if you're considering taking out a loan or using a credit card. APR provides a standardized way to compare the cost of borrowing money from different lenders or credit card companies. To understand APR, let's first look at interest rates. An interest rate is the amount of money a lender charges you to borrow money. For example, if you borrow $1,000 from a lender at a 5% interest rate, you'll have to pay back $1,050. Interest rates can be fixed, meaning they stay the same throughout the life of the loan, or variable, meaning they can change over time. However, interest rates are not the only factor that affects the cost of borrowing money. There are often other fees and charges associated with loans or credit cards, such as origination fees, processing fees, or annual fees. These fees can significantly increase the total cost of borrowing money, making it difficult to compare the true cost of borrowing from different lenders or credit card companies. This is where APR comes in. APR is a way of calculating the total cost of borrowing money over the course of a year, including all fees and charges associated with the loan or credit card. It provides a standardized way of comparing the cost of borrowing from different lenders or credit card companies. APR is calculated using a complex formula that takes into account several factors, such as the interest rate, loan amount, and length of the loan. The formula used to calculate APR is standardized across the financial industry, which means you can compare APRs across different lenders or credit card companies. When comparing loans or credit cards, it's important to look at the APR, not just the interest rate. A loan or credit card with a lower interest rate may seem like a better deal, but if it has higher fees or charges, it could end up costing you more in the long run. By looking at the APR, you can get a better idea of the true cost of borrowing money from different lenders or credit card companies. In conclusion, APR is an important concept to understand if you're considering borrowing money. It provides a standardized way of comparing the cost of borrowing from different lenders or credit card companies, and it takes into account all fees and charges associated with the loan or credit card. When shopping for loans or credit cards, always look at the APR to get a better idea of what you'll be paying over the course of a year. How is APR calculated? APR, or annual percentage rate, is a measure of the cost of borrowing money over the course of a year, expressed as a percentage of the loan amount. APR is calculated using a standardized formula that takes into account several factors, including the interest rate, fees, and length of the loan. Here is the basic formula used to calculate APR. APR equals divided by loan amount x number of months in loan term x 100%. Let's break down each component of the formula. Monthly interest rate. The monthly interest rate is the annual interest rate divided by 12. For example, if the annual interest rate on a loan is 12%, the monthly interest rate would be 1%. Number of months in loan term. The number of months in the loan term is the length of the loan in months. For example, if a loan has a term of 24 months, the number of months in the loan term would be 24. Total fees. Total fees include any fees or charges associated with the loan, such as origination fees, processing fees, or annual fees. Loan amount. The loan amount is the total amount borrowed. By plugging in the values for each component of the formula, you can calculate the APR. It's important to note that the APR calculation assumes that the loan will be paid back over the entire loan term and that all payments will be made on time. If payments are missed or late, the APR may be different than the calculated value. Additionally, the formula does not take into account any compounding of interest, which can affect the total cost of the loan. Why is APR important? APR is important because it helps you compare the cost of borrowing money from different lenders or credit card companies. For example, let's say you're considering two different credit cards. One has an APR of 18%, and the other has an APR of 22%. At first glance, it might seem like the 18% card is the better deal. However, if the 18% card has a high annual fee or other charges, it could end up being more expensive than the 22% card. APR also helps you understand the true cost of borrowing money. For example, if you take out a $10,000 personal loan with an APR of 10%, you might think that you'll only pay $1,000 in interest over the course of a year. However, if the loan has other fees or charges, the total cost of the loan could be much higher. In conclusion, APR is an important concept to understand if you're borrowing money. It helps you compare the cost of borrowing from different lenders or credit card companies, and it gives you an idea of the true cost of borrowing money. When shopping for loans or credit cards, always look at the APR to get a better idea of what you'll be paying over the course of a year. We hope you found this video informative and helpful in understanding what APR is and why it's important. Remember, APR is just one factor to consider when borrowing money, and it's important to look at the whole picture, including any fees or charges associated with the loan. As always, be a smart consumer and do your research before making any financial decisions. Thanks for watching.